Even gravity ships Englot. Hi guys, it is time for Show Me Love. We get the love scene and that dinner scene this episode. I woke up early for this. I am so excited. I feel like we've been waiting for this forever. The pool scene was everything, but I cannot wait to get like more girlfriendism in this episode, because clearly they do become a girlfriend because we see them, they do sexual stuff, but at the same time we see them announce it to everybody, and then also we hear, I think it was Charlene's voice say, "Can we date?" in the promo. So we're getting official fictional Englot right now, and I cannot wait for it. I'm wondering what's gonna be in the next episode, because like all we know that they filmed is that they wrapped on that love scene, and then they did the scene in the water, which is also in this episode, and the dinner scene's in this episode. So I'm like, what's gonna be in the next episode? I mean, listen, I would be fine with the ending here after that, and then the next episode just be entirely cut parts of all of the scenes. Just an idea. And they can all be canon, and it'll just be like, oh, this is an extension to that scene. Here's what you didn't see. We're letting you see it now. Like, you know what? Just give me Englot and I'm happy. Okay, I want to get right in this because I cannot wait anymore. I've avoided Twitter like the plague, and I just, oh my god, I'm not ready. I have my blanket in case I need to hide. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about this, because it's like, this is something that they've teased each other about these scenes, about Ingfa needing to like take a break to calm down and just like stuff like that. And it feels very like kind of intrusive in a way. And I feel bad about that. I don't know, that's dumb because like it's a show, but the fact that this is like 80% real, the feelings are real. And that scene, Ingfa was actually like, you know, I'm just like, I feel weird watching it, but it's for the show, and I'm here for the show. So yeah, let's get right into this, guys. Just a quick reminder, if you want to watch the uncut version of Show Me Love with me, the link at the top of my description will take you to my Patreon, and there you can watch the full thing with me. It's not edited like on YouTube. We can watch the full episode together. You'll also get all of the other episodes to Show Me Love as well. So if you pledge like the $5 tier, you get Show Me Love, all of the episodes, all uncut. You get Gap, all of the episodes, all uncut, and one early. And then every single other show I react to, all of their episodes uncut. All of them. So it's not just one show, it's all the shows under one tier. So if you have any interest in that and you want to check it out, definitely do so. It helps me out a ton, because these shows I don't make any money on because they get claimed, which is like really the only way I can do reactions to it, which is fine. I'm fine with that. I made that decision when I started watching it, but everything helps because, you know, I'm struggling here with my medical bills. Also, I'm getting surgery on Monday. I'm hoping that by Friday I will be good enough to like film. But no promises, because I was told that I'm getting like a block in my knee, not an actual block, but for the surgery they're doing like a nerve block. And so I can't feel my knee for like 24 to 48 hours after. And I was told that like I'm gonna feel good for a day or two, and then it doesn't wear off slowly. It just like immediately stops, and I can feel everything, and it's painful. And that would be kind of starting to push on to Thursday, Friday. So I'm hoping that I can feel decent enough and stay on top of the pain medication and whatnot to be able to feel good and to watch this show, because it's the finale. And of course I'm getting surgery right before the finale. And I'm not even gonna lie, when I scheduled this and she was like, okay, does next Monday, or does the two Mondays from now, does that work? Is that an okay day? And in my head I'm thinking, that's the Monday before the Show Me Love finale. I was about to reschedule my freaking surgery because of that, but then I was like, you know what, the power of Englot will get me through and I will be able to film. I'm gonna keep telling myself that, okay, but yeah, really excited to get in this episode, guys. Let's do it. Here we go. I'm so nervous. Okay.
พี่แรกคะ
เอ้าเป้ทำไรอ่ะ
คือหนูเป็นห่วงเรื่องชุดของพี่
We already know about the dress. I'm confused.
ก่อนหน้าเนี่ยยังช่วยหนูเรื่องพี่มีนาอยู่เลย
But she didn't though. She a damn liar. Oh.
ช่วยเรื่องพี่อะไรนะ
Anybody kind of feel like they cut out the Faye confession scene? I feel like because of the feedback about the Faye stuff, they cut it out. And then we kind of just like were caught up to speed when Mina said it. But I feel like they cut it out. And also, like, in my head, I'm like, that's not what we want. We wanted the drama to end. We don't want you to not wrap up the story that you just, like, wasted our time with, you know? Like, we wanted it to end and to see the end. We wanted to skip some of the middle. We don't want to skip the end. We want to know what happened. And then we just find out from that, and then it's just kind of, like, brushed over. Also, this scene feels like it should be in yesterday's, or not, last week's episode.
คือหนูชอบพี่นะคะ
Is this a flashback? What the fuck?
พี่ไฮดี้บอกให้หนูเข้าหาพี่ทำให้แฟนคลับชมคู่เราเยอะ
She's just listening and watching. That is some Charlotte behavior if I ever saw it. Is this supposed to be in the last episode? What is this? Shut her down. Shut her down here. I'm ready for it. This is gonna be satisfying. After what we all went through.
ฉันไม่เสียใจหรอกนะ
Ooh.
น้ำเน่า
My favorite thing is the fact that when Charlotte is jealous, she just gets mad. That's so like on brand Charlotte. She literally just like gets angry and like says smart ass remarks like that. It's so funny.
ขอบคุณนะที่ชอบพี่อ่ะ
Thanks for the compliment.
พี่คงชอบเฟย์แบบนี้
So okay, yeah, I'm assuming that this is supposed to be when they're still in the competition because like they have their sashes on.
พี่มีคนที่พี่ชอบ
And of course, Charlene leaves before she says that. God damn. I'm just confused with why it's in this episode. I get having a flashback back to it, but that would be
หนูยัง
if
เป็น
that
น้องสาว
mattered.
พี่ได้ใช่ไหมคะ
Like, hey, I just admit I had feelings for you, but like, let's be sisters. Ah! What the hell was that? Why did it stay on her face so long?
อ้างทำไปเพราะโดนบังคับ หลัก
Oh my
ฐาน
God.
มัดตัวไฮโซหนุ่มคีน
ตอบไม่ได้ครับ
Honestly, like, anybody else feel like we should have got more of that instead of the Oregon Faye situation? I mean, the Faye situation kind of went hand in hand with the Heidi situation, and I think that would have been good if they just kept this up, but they, like, almost didn't have time to because of the Oregon situation, which, like, in my opinion, that was pointless. That added zero to the plot. Zero. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. It was just a random side story about a character that had no, like, close relation to the girls. Obviously, she had, like, a friendship with Diana, but, like, it wasn't something that was a friendship they still had. It's not like they were really close, you know, after a while. So I kind of feel like that was wasted. And they teased this dude in the show for so long. I can't help but wonder that they cut a bunch of stuff out. I don't know why. I just kind of feel like they did, which is wild because all we're asking for is more, you know, like we want more transition scenes. We want more backstory to certain things instead of just throwing it at us and expecting us to remember when you said it offhand one time. I'm very confused about what's going on right now.
คนพวกนี้น่ากลัวมากนะแก
Because this can't be after the crowning, can it? What is going on? We know that the Faye thing wasn't.
ไม่รู้สิก็ฉันรู้สึกไม่ดีอะทำให้เธอต้องมาเจออะไรแบบเนี้ย
คนที่ต้องขอโทษอะต้องเป็นไฮดี้กับคีนมากกว่า
Aw,
ใช่แก แกไม่ได้ยุ่งกับคนพวกนั้นมานานมากแล้วนะ
yeah. And Heidi just saw a moment to be a bitch. Oh yeah, we still have that projector scene. I kind of like, though, that, like, we don't know what's going to be in the finale. The only thing that I'm worried about, though, is, like, okay, so that clearly was a flashback because it showed that at the end of it. So why was that not included? Little things like that, that's what kind of makes me feel like they're editing stuff out because people complained about being like, hold on, like, we wasted so much time on that Faye thing and then you're just telling us on an offhand comment that, like, that's over, that she confessed and Mina shut her down? Wait a minute. We don't want to cut the end off the story. We want to know what happened. So that in itself makes me feel like that whole thing was cut and then they just added it in now because people were like, wait, what? What is going on? I don't know how to feel about that, actually. It just seems, this is all just, honestly, I'm sorry. I'll stop complaining, but it's just like stuff like that happens and I'm just kind of thinking like, what? And I want to be honest. I'm not a fake reactor. I'm not going to sit here and praise the shit out of it when there's like things that I think don't make sense. And I really do think, I don't think it's necessarily due to the writing, even though some of it could be better, I don't think it's necessarily due to the directing. I don't necessarily think it's due to anything besides it being rushed. All of it has potential. All of it. All of the acting is great, or the majority of the acting is great. The directing is great. Set is great. Clothes are eh. It all just seems rushed. So basically what I mean by that is not just like, okay, quick, okay, here, let's give this like half-assed essay and see how we do, you know? I think it's the fact that there's certain shots that could have been better, there's certain scenes that could have been added that weren't for the sake of time. That's the problem. Because all of these little issues that we're running into, if they weren't rushing it and they actually kept the scenes in, then that would be better. And stay true to the story you were telling. Yeah, we're complaining. We don't want to see the rest of Oregon's bullshit. We don't want to see Faye anymore. Stay true to your story. Am I in the minority about that? I would rather them just follow along with what they plan to put in the episode than take random scenes out and make it not make sense. I would rather them just keep it in. Like, yeah, I don't like that part of the storyline. So what? I would rather the rest of the shit make sense. And either way, we're getting the same amount of Englot and everybody else scenes anyway. It's not like they're cutting them out in return for the scenes that we do want to see.
ดีสิถึงจะเหนื่อยไปหน่อยก็เหอะ
Also, I'm so sad that they didn't give her a proper storyline.
มีอะไรจะเล่าไหมคือฉันได้ข่าวแบบจากวงในอ่ะเขาบอกว่าพระเอกซีรีส์ที่แกเล่นอยู่แอบแซ่บจริงปะ วงในไหนของแกไม่รู้ว่าแกฉันได้ยินผ่านๆมาถ้าจะพูดถึงพี่หนุ่มอะนะเขาก็เป็นคนดี
See, if only we could have seen that.
สุดๆเลยอะยังไงไหนเล่าสิ
I won't keep talking about it, but that's another thing is like, in my opinion, there never should have been anything about Oregon, and if there was going to be that storyline with Oregon, she should have been intertwined with the main group. Because she's not even really intertwined with them. She's kind of intertwined with Diana, obviously, but not really even anymore. They're not even really friends. So I feel like she should have been friends with the group, so that way it didn't seem just like pointless to have her storylines. And then we should have got Diana's scenes, and we should have got even more of Nudi's scenes of like her and her boyfriend, and then Diana and her love interest or whatever. And I'm sure she had other things that she had to do, so she probably couldn't. But they should have worked around the schedules, in my opinion. That's another thing. Rushing. They should have waited to film some scenes until she could be there. That's just what I think about, especially because this kind of came on quickly. They announced like the show's release date before they even really got filming, which is wild. I just think time is the biggest thing in this is the amount of time that they got. Because the director has directed other shows that look really, really good, you know? And I think that if they had more time and could have done it right and weren't rushing through scenes to get it filmed like in between their schedules, they should have, honestly, I would probably have rather of them like put it off and then started, you know, like, okay, so we have these two have priorities to do until May, and then get ahead of it, block out time in their schedule for them to actually film the series instead of doing it in between when they can, because that's when they rushed it. Honestly, that's when they rushed it. And then because they rushed it, they tried to get it out probably while Englot was still hip-hop and happening, but plot twist, they still are happening and loved, and they're growing every day, so there's no reason why that should have been the case. But maybe they were just worried that they would die out if nothing came of it.
ก็จะเอาอะไรแค่เนี้ย
We want a lot more.
เรื่องเดียนหน้าไม่สนุกละเอาเรื่องเยชลีนดีกว่าเล่ามาให้หมดค่ะสาว
เรื่องอะไร
ไม่ต้องมาทำหน้างงค่ะสาวมันมีอยู่แค่เรื่องเดี
The
ยว
smiles.
ค่ะ
ไม่ได้มีเรื่องอะไรอ่ะ แค่คิดถึงมีนาเฉย
Aww.
ว้ายนี่ฉัน
Oh, girl, you
ไป
know.
ปะเนี่ย
Okay, last thing I'm going to say. But like I said, if there wasn't that Oregon storyline and they had time for Deanna's character and like marked out time to film these scenes with her in it, it would have all like flowed so much better because everything had to do with those people, you know, those four. And it was, you know, Heidi is like the evil one. Kian's the evil one. Heidi is trying to sabotage Mina because Kian, the evil ex, is trying to screw her over. And all of that like had to do with this. So even though there are other characters, they all came into one full circle thing at the end. Faye's storyline even. I don't hate it. I don't know why people like absolutely shit on it. I don't think it's that bad. I don't love it. I don't think it's that bad though. But even that makes more sense because it's included in the Heidi sabotage big picture moment, you know? But the organ stuff just doesn't. It has nothing to do with anything.
แล้วแกบอกมีนายังเนี่ยแกต้องรีบไปคุยกับมีนานะอย่าปล่อยให้เวลานานค่ะสาวรีบ
I
ไปคุ
still
ย
want
เล
to
ย
punch her in the face for not saying it before she left. Like, girl, you should just like spat it out. Just say it. Typical Englot. One day they go from like a confession. Oh, is she practicing in the
ชอบ
mirror?
เธอนะ
Aw. That is so cute. That is so wholesome. I love that. Is that supposed to be like flowers or what? Like if you had this much time left to say your piece, you should say it. I like you too. I'll talk to you in a little bit. I'll call you, you know. But she just says nothing. Aw, that smile, I can't. There she is. Also, I don't know why I didn't notice initially that the outfits they were wearing in the scene in the last episode were the ones that are in these scenes, like from the trailer. I don't know why I didn't notice that because I was like, when is that gonna happen? Stupid.
พี่นา
Not the running to her. She said, I'm not losing you this time. No one's taking you away. I'm gonna say how I feel. Aww. God, what I would do to be a fly on the wall. Pfft. I want to know all the tea. That was so cute. That was so cute. I can't. Wait, I'm rewinding that. That was really cute. She was so nervous and she just takes her hand. Ah! That's me though. Aww. That whole like this is what I love / also hate about Englot is the fact that they communicate through actions.
เห็นเธอวาง
Because
มือ
like
ไม่ถูกอะ
sometimes it's a strength, sometimes it's definitely a weakness because they do need to talk. But that whole thing was kind of just like, here, take my hand, everything's fine.
เรา
I'm
มี
right
เวลา
here.
ทั้งคืน
Aww.
พรุ่งนี้ถ่ายงานเช้าไม่ใช่หรอ
แต่สำหรับเธออะเรามีเวลาตลอดทั้งคืนแหละ ไม่นอนยังได้เลย
Sorry, this is so cute. I can't. I just want to like scream. It's really hard for me to like act like a presentable human being on YouTube. I mean, obviously I'm always dramatic, but like this is really cute. And like the Englot fangirl in me that knew them way before all this since June wants to just like die right now. I'm like, this is really cute. So I'm assuming this is when the scream's gonna happen and they're gonna get interrupted and it's gonna end with this clip. The fact that like even just her taking her hand was more of like a like, I see that you're nervous. Relax. I'm right here. I'm here with you. Everything is okay. Oh, and the fact that she's like, my nights are for you. How many nights have they like been together where they had to get up really early in the next morning and they just did it and got no sleep and then still did it. They came, they showed up and did their damn job, but they were on very little sleep. The noses. I want someone to walk out right now and be like, what the f*** are you guys doing? And they're gonna get interrupted, son of a bitch. Really? I can't even say that's dumb because that's exactly what Charlotte does anytime there's any type of noise that's above a speaking level. That was really cute. Isn't this the episode where I think it was Ingfa said there's gonna be a line that she said in real life? Is this the episode that she said that?
โอเคไหมเนี่ย
โอเค
I almost had a heart attack.
ไม่เอาอ่ะ
The world is big and scary. It's cute how Ingfa's like smaller than her, but the protector. I'm not surprised though.
ทำให้ไม่ได้พักผ่อนเลยอ่ะ
ไม่เป็นไร สบายมาก
The way she's looking at her, I literally cannot.
จะกลับเลยเปล่า
No. She wants her to say no.
ได้
Oh my god. The same noise. Twice. Aw. Actually, I'll stay here since you're so scared.
พ่อกลัว
โอเคปะเนี่ย
Maybe you should give her another glass of water.
ขอนอนด้วยได้ไหม
I I just have Taylor Swift's mastermind in my head. This woman is the biggest mastermind I've ever seen. Imagine this whole time she was like faking being scared.
คือมีบริการนวดหน้าด้วยเหรอ
จ่ายเป็นค่าเสียเวลาให้คุณมีนายไง
ขอบใจนะ
Hey, I wouldn't complain.
นึกถึงตอนที่เราอยู่ในกองเนาะตอนที่เรามาร์กหน้าด้วยกันอย่างเงี้ย
ใช่ ได้นอนมาร์กหน้าเมามอยด้วยกัน ผ่านอะไรหลายๆอย่างมาด้วยกัน
Like the scary lizard in the toilet.
เอาตรงๆนะ เราตกใจมากเลยตอนที่เรารู้ว่า
Really?
เราคือคนที่มีนายแอบชอบ ทั้งงง ทั้งตื่นเต้น
Confused.
เราก็
She
รู้
must
ว่า
have amnesia.
ความรู้สึกเราตอนนี้คือยังไง
I mean, I appreciate the fact that that's true to Englot.
เราลองมาคบกันดูไหม
Oh! Oh! You're joking.
มีนะ
Damn, she got the courage to say it. I can't with the face mask, though. I can't take her seriously. She finally got the
ตอน
courage.
ไหนเนี่ย
God damn it.
เธอจะรู้ไหมว่าฉันชอบเธอมากทุกวันเลยนะ
Aww. She's faking it. I know it. Kind of glad they didn't have her kiss her when she's sleeping, though, because, like, that could be controversial. Aww. Why does the look on her face, like, make me want to cry? The scenes, like, feel so... Oh, I told you she's faking it. Or maybe not. You mastermind, you! That girl. Aw. She's so satisfied with herself, though. You already know that she likes you. Stop it. But the scenes like that, there's certain scenes that just feel so raw. Like, the emotion just feels real.
ที่ผ่านมาฉันอยากรู้ว่าฉันดูแลเธอไม่ดีตรงไหน
ไม่เลยค่ะ แม่ไม่เคยดูแลหนูไม่ดีเลย
I mean, clearly you weren't 100% satisfied with something, so might as well get it all out there now.
เขาบอกว่าเขาจะแบล็กเมลหนู
Yeah.
หนูต้องเลยยอมทำทุกอย่างตามที่เขาบอก ขอโทษจริงๆ
They should have just made them a group of 5, but I guess that would be kind of imbalanced.
จริงๆ ฉันก็ไม่ได้อะไรกับเธอแล้วนะ จบแล้วก็จบกัน
My favorite thing about them is the fact that
แต่เธอจำไว้นะ
they'll say
หลังจาก
stuff.
เนี้ยเราสองคนน่ะ เป็นแค่คนเคยรู้จัก
Okay. Mommy!
แล้วฉันว่าเธอควรไปหาหมอนะ ดูเธอกำลังป่วยอ่ะ
Bruh, what? That's kind of cruel, I'm not even gonna lie. The drama, though, that's so dramatic. Come on. That is so dramatic. What she did was not that crazy. I'm sorry. It's so funny to me how they're like, they'll say something, but whatever they say does not match the look on their face. So I'm like, oh, are they about to accept her apology? And then it's just like, no.
จริงๆ แล้วอ่ะฉันเองก็ไม่ได้โกรธอะไรนางหรอกนะ
Just making her work
ฉัน
for
ว่า
it.
โกรธไปก็ไม่ได้อะไรอ่ะ
ค่ะ
ตั้งใจทำงานดีกว่า
I respect it. Put that energy into something else.
เธอเองก็ต้องจำเอาไว้ด้วยนะว่าทุกอย่างอ่ะ มันขึ้นอยู่กับการกระทำ
She was just trying
พลา
to
ดแล้วก็พลาดเลย ตั้งใจทำงานดีกว่า
trying to
เนาะ
ค่ะแม่
put herself back up, move on up the pyramid, but you can do things in a way that's not hurtful to other people. But at one point, like, she tried to get out of it and just couldn't, so I think that matters too.
ดูซีรีส์กันอินเลยนะ นิดนึง
นี่แม่เอาไว้พูดกับเวลาเจอพระเอกเกาหลีไง อะไรอย่างเงี้ยอ่ะแล้วแกเนี่ยหิวอะไร
I'm
ไหม
curious. I was wondering about this the other day. Is there any overlap in the languages of Korean and Thai? Is there any things like that are similar? Can a Thai person understand any of Korean? Kind of like Spanish and Italian, they're like a little bit close. Is it like that type of situation? I'm wondering. Also, what is a K-drama in Thailand called? Is it a T-drama? That doesn't sound right.
หนูรักแม่กับป้ามากเลยนะ
ป้าก็ดี
They
ใจ
were casted really well, I feel like. I feel like they have a
อย่ามา
resemblance to
ทำ
each
ดรา
other.
ม่าน่ะ แม่กำลังดูซีรีส์เกาหลีอยู่พอดีอย่าขาดมูด
We don't talk about feelings.
แม่ พรุ่งนี้แม่กิกกี้เขาจะมารับ8 โมงเช้านะคะ
เรื่องสถานะหัวใจ ตอนนี้เป็นไงบ้างคะ
วันนี้แม่มาด้วยสิคะ
Mom, by the
ไม่ท
way,
ราบว่าคุณแม่อนุญาตให้น้องมีนาตอบไหมครับ
I hope she knows she's gay. Probably should have given her mom a heads up. Okay, well, at least she
แม่
didn't out herself.
ไม่รู้
Oh,
ว่า
maybe.
แม่จะตกใจหรือเปล่า แต่ว่า
Oh,
ความรักครั้งนี้ของหนูอ่ะ เป็นผู้หญิงนะคะ
oh shit. She really just came out. Imagine her mom was like,
แต่ขอให้แม่
bye.
เชื่อมั่นแล้วก็ไว้ใจว่าความรักของหนูครั้งนี้
I don't know how I feel about her mom's reaction.
แล้วมันก็ไม่ทำให้ใครเดือดร้อนแน่นอน
That's kind of what I had to tell my mom when I came out. She at first did not take it well. Well, her initial reaction when I did say it was incredibly supportive and loving and sweet. And then I went upstairs, came back downstairs, and she changed her mind and completely flipped on me, which broke my soul deep into my soul. Honestly, it was like probably the worst heartbreak I've ever gone through in my life was that moment. Over time, obviously, it wasn't something that happened overnight, but over time, as she met my fiance and as she stayed around me, I kind of had to explain to her, you know, nothing's changed. I'm still the same person that I was right before you found out this information. An hour ago, when you didn't know this, I am still the same person. I wasn't a new person because of this. And this relationship is no different. We don't treat each other any different than straight couples do. I mean, we treat each other better than straight couples do, let's be real. But we're no different. We're just two women. And then meeting her, I think, was the biggest thing that really helped. She really loved her when she met her. And of course, my fiance Sarah is impossible to not love when you meet her. She's just like one of those people that's a giant ball of sunshine all the time and is just so sweet and fun to be around. Yeah, she wasn't going to be able to dislike her for very long, but it was kind of a long road to get there. And when she finally did, and you know, I'm still probably like 95% comfortable. There's still like that 5%, but I think it's a little bit of trauma of me worrying because of her switch up on me. But I think a big issue, sorry, we don't need to go into my life, but I've never really talked about this. My grandma, when I told her, was actually the most supportive person that I told out of everybody. And that was the person I was the most scared to tell. Her reaction, I really thought she was going to react bad, but her reaction was sort of like, you know, I am old. I love my family. I just want to be with my family and I want my family to be happy. And if she makes you happy, then I love that. And I sobbed. And then when I went home and my mom asked how it went, I said, it went great. She reacted amazing and she's so supportive. And my mom's reaction was like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And I walked upstairs and then from then on, things got progressively better. So I think she was the most worried about what my grandma
ขอโทษ
thought.
นะคะแม่ ขอโทษนะคะแม่กิกกี้ ที่หนูพูดอะไรในรายการเราไม่ได้ถามผู้ใหญ่ก่อน
ไม่เป็นไรหรอก แต่รอบหน้าปรึกษาแม่ก่อนนะ ไม่อยากให้พ
Yeah.
ลาด
ใช่ จะทำอะไรอ่ะ ก็ต้องปรึกษาผู้ใหญ่ก่อนนะลูก
I do agree that was kind of weird. She could have left it with, I have feelings for someone, you know, that I'm pursuing or whatever, and then just like left it at that for now.
นั่นไง
รอกันนานไหมคะ
I was gonna say, aw, there he is.
ขอบคุณยับบี
They should have put more of their relationship in it. I would never normally say that about these heteros, but you know, I love Nudie and I want to see her more.
อะไรเหรอแม่
Are they engaged?
แปลกนะเราเนี่ย
You're weird.
หวีบอกเขาไปเร็ว
Does she have a ring on?
พวกเรากำลังจะแต่งงานกันครับ
Yay!
ดีใจด้วยนะลิน
ขอบคุณนะ
ดีใจด้วยนะลูก โอ้ย
Aww.
นะลูก
Aw. Think back to her dream.
ให้กับความสำเร็จของราริน
Laline!
ถ่ายออกแล้ว
That's so
หนึ่งคน
cute. Also, I'm very worried because Ingfa had said that the series leaves in a bittersweet way. What does that mean? Aw, they look good together.
1 2 3
Aw. Aw. How is she not looking over at her yet? Her eyes are burning a hole into her skull. She's like, I just really want this to be us. I can't wait for the confession. Aww. Aww. I really hope that Charlotte continues pursuing acting. Or they give them another series where they're gonna like actually take their time and do it right.
จะบอกให้นะตอนเนี้ยกระแสแกสองคนมาแรงสุดๆเลยคือแบบใครดูใครก็บอกว่ามันฟินกันแบบ
Yes, Captain.
ใจอะแกฉันดูฉันยังฟินเลย
It is my favorite thing that she is such an Englot shipper.
ฉันแค่ไม่คิดว่ามีนาจะชอบฉันจริงๆอะดิ
Girl, are you stupid? Are you dumb? Truly, this is such Charlotte mentality.
มีนามันชอบแก
Y'all drive
มา
me
กๆนะ
fucking crazy.
แล้วก็ชอบแกคนเดียวด้วย ชอบมาตลอด นี่แกบอกมันหรือยังว่าแกก็ชอบมันอะ
Say it.
แล้วแกจะ
My
เก็บไว้
gosh.
ทำไม
Were you not in the room when she was over you about to kiss you and said that? You know, when you were pretending to be asleep?
บอกมันให้หมดเลยว่าแกรู้สึกยังไง เข้าใจไหม อย่าปล่อยให้มันนานไปมากกว่านี้นะเชอรีน
Now or never. If you love somebody, tell them.
อีกอยู่แล้วแกต้องเชื่อนะเว้ย
Aww. These kind of are like the type of scenes that I wish we got more of. Little conversational pieces that get us from here to there and showing more of like what they actually feel like. They better not confirm it here though before she tells her brother. You're gonna get yourself in a mess again. Gotta tell your fam first. Aww.
คำตอบที่น้องมีนาบอกว่ามีคนแอบชอบเนี่ยใครคะ
Started off
ได้ไหม
with
คะ
a bang.
ได้ไหมคะได้ไหมคะน้องมีนานะคะ
All the people doing that, that's so accurate. Every time they do anything or look at each other, it's like, ooh.
บอกมาสิคะ
ยังตอบไม่ได้ค่ะ
Bruh, come on. It's so obvious. Stop.
ให้เจ้าตัวเป็นคนบอกเองดีกว่าค่ะ
Please, this is so accurate.
ก็สิคะน้องเชอรี่รู้ใช่ไหมคะ
เอาเป็นว่าวันนี้ขอบคุณ
Do you know
มาก
LOL
ๆเลยนะคะแล้วก็
Save the
ข
day.
อบคุณที่ซัพพอร์ตน้องๆ แต่ว่าตอนนี้น้องๆ เหนื่อยมากเลยมีงานต่อด้วยค่ะ
I was gonna say, if she admits it or says it on live, did you not learn your lesson? Tell your family first. Make sure your close ones know. This is the scene I've been waiting for my whole life. That outfit is so cute. Gravity said, step to it. Let's go. Even Gravity ships Englot. Ah. They better freaking kiss in this scene. Oh my god, I thought her hand was gonna go down to her butt. I'm like, really? In this emotional scene?
ฉันยังเป็นคนที่เธอชอบอยู่ใช่ไหม
Oh.
คนที่ฉันชอบ ก็คือเธอเชอรีน
Oh.
แล้วฉันก็ชอบเธอมากขึ้นทุกวันด้วย
Where she's just like, I know, I was awake.
ตอนที่ฉันสารภาพว่าชอบเธออะฉันคิดว่าฉันชอบเธอมากแล้วนะ แต่ว่าตอนเนี้ยฉันชอบเธอมากกว่าเดิมอีก
My heart.
ไม่ได้ทำให้เธออึดอัดใช่ไหม
Is that what she was talking about? What Inkfo was talking about the 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. situation where she was like, I'm afraid if I say how I feel, things will be awkward between us again. Is that what she was referring to? This is really sweet. This feels very Englot. I hate to say that because they're playing characters, I get it, but the fact that she had tears in her eyes before they even started talking about it, I know they probably did other takes, which is why, but like, this just feels like very, very personal. Feels real. Like, look at that face. Look at that face.
เราลองมาคบกันดูไหม
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is not fake. Oh. Why am I crying? I can't imagine like how that felt to Ingva to film. Oh my gosh, I need to watch that again. That was like very, very real. Wow. I'm like kind of, I mean, I'm very emotional, but that was very real. That was the face of somebody who's been waiting to hear that for a year. I hope that they talked after this because that's not fake. That's the face of somebody who feels like they're finally getting the girl that they've been chasing, and not even chasing, respectfully walking behind, waiting for. How can you not fall in love with her, you know? This is why Charlotte is so head over heels for her now. I really feel like the show is what did it. Like this, right here. Even that, like she'd been waiting to hear that. Like, this scene did not need this much emotion, you know? Because in this show, we don't see Mina having feelings for her for months and months and months beforehand, you know? We just see her kind of, we actually see them fall in love with each other kind of at the same time. So it's not like the situation of like, I've been waiting for you for a year. Wow, that was beautiful. There is no way they're gonna have the dinner scene, the love scene, and that beach scene. Not beach scene, but like where they're in that like shallow pool. Aww. This is how I imagine that they act when they're laying together and they're sober. I'm pretty sure I have those exact same pillows. They're right there. Oh my god. Oh my god, the drama. Aw. This is so accurate though. Just disappeared like nothing. Oh, look how cute she is. She's so cute. Aw. Damn, we were fooled. Did she just touch her ass? She kissed her cheek before her birthday. She had some trial runs. They're so cute. That's another thing that's really adorable is like they truly became best friends and like best partners in every sense of the word before things got even kind of romantic, you know, like before Charlotte started reciprocating these more romantic feelings. And so moments like this, it's like they're both giddy, and it's something that you would, you know, you go on a date with this person, you kiss goodbye, and then you go in your room and you're kicking your feet and you're smiling and you're just so happy. But like the fact they get to do it together because they're just that close is so cute. Like they're letting each other be so giddy. It's adorable. Right at eye level with that booty. 3 months later? Nah. What? Aww. This is so cute. I'm so glad they didn't spoil this. Aww. So you're telling me we missed more kisses? Aww. This is so sweet. The comfort of having your person just hold you and have their arms around you. Aww. It's cute. She's like kissing her / smelling her. Aww. Kiss her. I feel like we've been bamboozled. I don't know how they're gonna have that time for all those scenes unless they're all like 30 seconds long. Aww. The proximity to each other is so cute. Aww. Oh my god, this is so cute. I'm happy if we get this instead of the love scene. This is adorable and so soft. Finally, they get them acting like a couple. Aww.
เหมือนฝันเลยเนาะ
ยิ่งกว่าฝันอีก This is so cute. Why is it so natural to them though? Like, why is Charlotte good at showing love to a woman? Like, why are you so good at that? I thought you never dated a woman before. That is why I'm convinced that this is not the first time they've done these things to each other. Not to each other, but like with each other.
ก็อยากให้คนได้ฟังเสียงเราร้องเพลง
Aww.
ถ้างั้นถ้ามีคอนเสิร์ตเป็นของตัวเองก็คงจะดีอะสิ
I wonder if in the finale we're gonna see them like meet their goals and stuff together as a couple.
เคยคิดว่าอยากเป็นนางงามแล้วก็
Oh,
เอา
she's
มง
gonna
มาให้แม่ภูมิ
continue.
ใจอะ
Your mom is already proud.
แต่พอทบทวนอีกทีก็แค่มีความสุขแล้วก็อยู่กับคนที่เรารักเนี่ยมันก็โอเคแล้ว
Aww. If we missed the first I love you, I'm gonna be so pissed.
งั้นฉันจะทำให้เธอมีความสุขที่สุดดีไหม
That's so cute. They just look so natural together when they're doing this. Oh, shit. Oh, the smile cheek kiss, though. That is so cute. Do it. Oh, shit. They're gonna do it. My babies. Girl, what's your excuse now?
แค่นี้ก็มีความสุขที่สุดแล้วไปไหนอ่ะ
ก็เขินอีก
We don't have to talk. Why didn't they kiss? It's been 3 months. Why are they still acting like this? Typical Englot fashion, though, not even gonna lie.
เชอรีน ก็รู้ไม่ใช่เหรอว่าเขาขับรถมาตั้งแต่เมื่อคืนน่ะ แม่แค่อยู่กับเธอเนี่ยจะไปรู้ได้ยังไง โทรหาเราเองเลย อ่ะ นี่คีย์การ์ดเธอ
What's up with the weird vibe? So the love scenes must not be in this episode. Why would they put that on the next episode thing? I'm glad they didn't. Aw, they're always falling into each other. I'm telling you, gravity ships Englot. At first I was like, what is this music? But like, I kind of like it. It's kind of cute. Ah, how are you guys gonna have the majority of the shit in the promo not be in this episode? If there's no promo in this part, I feel like they always normally upload it, but I hope they don't. I hope that there's no promo and that we get to like find out what's in it. Why did they put those scenes? Like, hold on. I want to go back to the promo and I want to see. Because why would they put that on the next episode? I'm truly confused.
คนที่มีนาชอบ จริงๆก็ชอบมาตั้งนานแล้วนะคะ แต่ว่า
ความรักครั้งนี้ของหนูอะ
Okay, this happened.
ผู้หญิงนะคะ
พักผ่อนนะจ๊ะสาวๆแล้วมีนา
Didn't happen.
เจอกัน8 โมงนะ
Happened. Didn't happen. Oh, I can't wait to see it though.
งั้น
Didn't happen.
เรามาคบกัน
Didn't happen. Pretty sure there was 7 different instances right there. This is how many didn't happen. 4 didn't happen. 3 happened. What the hell? I mean, there was a lot more that they could have put in the promo for that episode without spoiling some of those like cute moments, you know? They could have put the scene in the promo where she kisses her cheek because it's in the trailer, you know, stuff like that. Like, what the hell? That's really weird. Can I say one thing that I really, really, really wish was different is the quality of the episodes. The director posts like screen caps and stuff from the episodes on his Twitter, and they're like so HD. And I'm sitting here like, why is the quality so bad on YouTube? And I don't want to hear any of the whole like, oh, YouTube changes the quality, da, da, da. Like you need to know how to render it correctly and upload it correctly so that it has the best quality, because other shows are out here doing 4K and stuff and the quality is just like a TV show. So it makes me so sad because I see it and it looks so much better like cinematically, and I wish that we got that HD quality. Oh, I wish it so bad. Especially when I'm making thumbnails and it's like bad quality. But there we go. That was episode 8 of Show Me Love. I really liked this episode. I mean, as an episode as a whole, I think it was pretty good. I just don't understand why they would put scenes in the teaser that aren't actually in the episode. I think that's pointless. So they're going to lose a point for that. The episode starts off with scenes with Faye. We see the scene where she confesses to Mina and Charlene overhears it. And that scene would have made a lot more sense in the last episode because it would have made sense why Charlene is questioning whether she really likes her. And I do think that was edited out because of the fans being like, no more of this, no more of that, no more Oregon. I still don't even feel like Oregon's storyline was handled correctly. It's still like up in the air because they did have her in this episode talk about it and stuff, but I just felt like all of a sudden they were taking over the episodes, all of a sudden it stopped. And I know people were just like pissed, like, I don't want to see Faye anymore, da da da, but I would much rather them stay true to what they were originally planning to put in the episode, so that way when it happens, everything actually makes sense. Because even if you think that you're just deleting a like a scene or something that you don't think adds anything and that people wouldn't want to see, don't take out the scene of her confessing to Mina, because we want to see that and see how we got to the point that they were at then, to see why Charlene was nervous to tell her how she felt. And then also we see Mina just be like, she told me she has feelings for me. Like, she confessed to me or whatever. And then we didn't even get to see it. And then this episode, it felt like they kind of just threw it in to be like, oh yeah, by the way, this is actually what happened. So that was weird, because it went from a throwback to the intro to then back to present time. So it definitely felt like oops, sorry, here's the scene. I loved seeing Charlene open up to Laline this episode, because I feel like that's another one of the things that is missing from these things, is we're seeing the characters almost in third person, obviously, but we're not getting their point of view on things a lot of the time. We see their individual reactions, like if Charlene is in her room, you know, and they separate and she closes the door and she's like, hey, like we see that, but we don't really get to hear their real feelings, especially because they were keeping it a secret. So that doesn't help the matter. And I feel like I didn't notice how much that was missing until she was talking to her about like worrying that she actually liked her. And she was telling Laline that. And I don't know why there's not more of those scenes in the show. Because personally, to me, I feel like that is one of the things that makes me feel a little bit detached from the characters, is that we didn't see them have the personal dialogue with each other. We saw Englot have it, but like not the other characters. So everybody kind of just felt very like two-dimensional, you know? Almost like the show had no main character. It was all just different characters that we saw from the outside instead of from the inside. And I don't know if that's like an artistic way to do it, or if they were just trying to make it so everybody got even time, but you kind of need the conversations. So I liked when them three were laying on the pillows just talking, and Diana said that she found somebody or whatever, and then Charlene kind of opening up to them about her feelings for Mina and being worried and stuff. I really liked that scene as well. So I think those two scenes were fantastic. I like that a lot. I love that Mina showed up and was like, I'm going to give you my night, even though she had to be somewhere at 5 o'clock in the morning. And the almost kisses, and the scene where they're just talking on the stairs and she's like rubbing her nose. It's so precious. And I don't know if it's just because of their chemistry, but everything comes off so natural with these two. Everything. And Charlene finally got the courage to say, I think we should date, or can we date, or whatever she said. And then Mina was asleep. But it's funny because she kind of got her back by pretending she was asleep the next morning when Mina said that she likes her more and more every day. And these scenes feel so real. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, Charlene is Charlotte, Ingfa is Mina, even though they like are, but in terms of real feelings and stuff, because this is a show. It's written differently, but it's also certain aspects that are true. But it's just like these heartfelt scenes, even her simply telling her that she likes her more and more every day and then almost kissing her, just the way that it was delivered felt so genuine. Like she was really telling a sleeping Charlotte this because she couldn't build up the courage to say it. And listen, that is so accurate. Ingfa acts like a boss bitch, but with Charlotte, she's such a coward. Like, I don't know, I don't get it. But it's just funny though, because even after that, she still was talking to Laline and saying that she doesn't know if Mina actually likes her. Like, bitch, she literally told it to you, to a sleeping you, which is even more proof, because she wasn't worried to tell you, she wasn't nervous, she just said it because you were asleep and she thought you didn't hear it. The whole scene where she kind of comes out on TV was just like wild to me. And I'm glad that they kind of explored it afterwards by having them be like, hey, you should have spoken to us first before saying something like that on TV, because not only did they not know and feel like, you know, they're the last ones to know because she's telling the world and they didn't even know, but it's also putting them on the spot to react a certain way, especially like the mom, because this is brand new information. And the mom ended up being okay. They both, Makiki and the mom, were fine. They just wanted to know ahead of time and not be thrown on the spot like that with a coming out scene. To me, I don't really see why Kiki matters in that situation, because like she's not necessarily her mom. Like she's her like manager person. I would get it if she was there when they said that it was, when she like confessed to her that it was Charlene. That I would understand. But I don't I don't understand why she had to be there for her just saying that she had feelings for somebody and that it was a woman. Lalina's engaged, which is so cute. They have a lot of chemistry, and I'm kind of sad that we didn't get more scenes of them. I would have been a lot happier to see them kind of fall in love in their story on the sideline than some of the other stuff that we're seeing. And also, like, the Heidi stuff, that other episode ended with a, like, oh, it's not over yet. I'm gonna blame Kian for blackmailing me or whatever. And then we literally just see a throwaway scene where they're interviewing Kian and talking about it. That just seems rushed to me. Did they throw away scenes there as well? I don't get it. That storyline to me makes more sense with the main storyline than a lot of the other ones. So I don't get why they left that cliffhanger like, oh my god, wait, it's not over. She hasn't given up yet. She's still gonna be a bitch. And then they just like ended it in 2 seconds. Also, I wish we got a scene of her telling her brother. When she almost like said that it was Charlotte the second time, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you didn't tell your brother. You just told them that you would tell your family ahead of time, and then you're gonna just like say it and you haven't told him yet. So I really hope we get a scene of her telling him. I'm gonna be sad if we don't. But it is really cute seeing them when they almost told the world and being happy and just like having it be their little thing, you know? And I feel like that's what Englot should be. I don't think that we have a right to know everything, and I think that they also need to be careful about what they say when they're talking about it, because like I said, we don't have a right to know things about it. They should have a private life. They should be able to handle this on their own. And if it's meant to be, it will be. Will I be devastated if they don't actually happen? Yeah, but it's not my life. It's Charlotte and Ingfa's life. And they deserve to be happy and not pushed into a situation. Because I feel like the more people push and push and push, the more stress is going to be on them. Because obviously they fell in love naturally over time. But it's one thing to help push them in that direction and help get Charlotte to the stage that she was ready to embrace it. But it's another thing to, once they're there, to keep bombarding them when this is actually real now. You know, before it was Ingfa's crush and Charlotte was kind of up in the air. People weren't entirely sure. Obviously, that became apparent that she did feel the same way. And especially after they filmed this series and they got closer in a way that was different now. It was more romantic, and you could tell that Charlotte had feelings now, that her unsure and not ready self kind of accepted it and let herself fall for Ingfa. And I think it's very obvious that that's what's happening now. And I think at this point, it's like, okay, the ball is in Englot's court now. We need to let them play, let them play the basketball, let them play tennis, whatever. And we need to just sit on the sidelines and cheer them on no matter what happens. And that's hard. I get it. It sucks when people are like, oh, Englot drought. But I can imagine that would put a lot of pressure on them to feel like they have to be with each other all the time or they're invalid. And the more that people push that, the more they could potentially resent each other. And that scares me. That makes me really sad. I don't want them to resent each other because of it. You know, like, well, I can't go see my friends because of you. And of course they love each other too deep for it to be that dramatic, but I don't think that that's good for the girls or healthy. Okay, the scene where Charlotte asks if they can date and Ingfa confessed to her and was just kind of encouraging her and saying how into her she is. Ingfa's reaction, I said it all in the reaction, so I won't get into it, but all into it. I'm going to get into it, but not as much. That just felt so real. I felt like I was watching an actual confession. And even in like the behind the scenes that we saw way long ago, she was crying. So it felt very real. And I think that there was part realness to this. And it just makes me wonder how many of these scenes actually happen that we have no idea about. Because I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them actually did happen. Because I'm positive that there was a confession at some point. And I don't know what came of it. Maybe it was a confession and they acknowledged that they had these feelings, but it just hasn't like progressed from there because they're working together. Things are kind of complicated right now. And Charlotte was on live the other night or yesterday or something where she had said, I think what the whole like no label means is that we know how we feel. We know that we like each other. We know that we have feelings for each other. But right now isn't the best time to just get into a relationship. I either think that they're on that level or that they're on the level of we're actually dating. We're feeling this out to feel if this can actually be something, but we don't want everybody in our business and bothering us. I think that it's one of those two. I think it could be something that's low-key because they want to also be themselves and not have Englot overshine everything. Because could you imagine they announce their relationship and everything is just about them as a couple? I don't think that that is exactly what they want right now, especially because Englot is already a huge thing. And every time they have a solo appearance, it's like, where's Charlotte? Where's Ingfa? Where's, you know? So I do think there's a chance that they could be keeping it to themselves and their loved ones, which is why their loved ones like tease them and stuff. But yeah, I think it's one of the two. I don't think that they're in like a serious relationship right now. I think that they're feeling it out. Like, was it Charlotte that said single but not available? I think that sums it up perfectly. They're taking their own time. They're feeling this out. There's a lot at stake here for both of them. And I can imagine also that Ingfa's nervous because she's loved this girl forever. She finally feels that way back, but she's thinking, you know, what if we date? What if I do let myself fully fall in love with you? And then it ends. It's a big thing. Like the love they have for each other, romantic aside, is so deep and so pure and real that I'm sure they're both worried and scared about damaging that, you know? I just hope that they don't let that overshine their feelings for each other and that they don't give it a try because of that. Anyway, this is not about that, but I really, really felt Ingfa in that scene. And it was almost like a little bit hard for me to watch because of that. It just felt so real. We jumped to 3 months later and they're in bed together cuddling. That scene is probably my favorite scene of the series. That was adorable. This is exactly what I meant by I want to see them as a couple for at least 2 episodes. We didn't get the full amount this episode, but at least we got that. That was like such a long scene and it was so cute. They're so natural with each other. They're so comfortable with each other at that point. And honestly, the way that they were like touching each other's hair and stroking each other and just she's smelling her skin and kissing her arm and this and that, it felt so natural. Part of me at this point was like, okay, but Charlotte has never even kissed a girl right now, you know, until they kissed. Is it going to be awkward? Like, is it going to be a weird vibe? And of course, you know, being with a woman is not that different than being with a man, like in terms of like actions and showing love, besides like sexual love, obviously. But it just came off so natural, like in a way that it's like, this looks like they're used to this situation. You know what I mean? They looked like they were used to it. That this is something that they normally do, which we know that they sleep and they cuddle with each other. So it could be very close to what they actually do. But that scene was everything to me. I love it. I want to rewatch it a million times over. Just her head in her lap and like the almost kiss and the kisses on the cheek. I can't. I don't know why she pulled away from the kiss. So have they not kissed yet? It's 3 months in and you're telling me they haven't kissed? That makes me really believe that the pool scene was definitely added to the script and to the storyline later. So were we really only going to get a cheek kiss? And then finally they were like, actually, let's add some scenes. Because it's already been confirmed that the pool scene and the scene that people thought was Charlene's dream are both real. That the Charlene's dream scene was her checking to see if Charlene kind of felt that way. And then the pool scene was them also seeing if they felt that way, which was added later. So that makes sense why, like, some of the things they say, it's like they just completely ignored that happened. And I don't think it helped that they didn't keep the Faye scene in where she confesses and then Charlene overhears it, because it would have made more sense why Charlene questioned Mina's feelings, because they had just kissed in the pool and then she's like, well, I don't know if she likes me like that, you know? Why would she question her feelings? But it makes sense because she had overheard Faye. But we didn't know that until this episode. It's just wild to me, though, that they weren't planning to have a kiss. No, it doesn't make sense. I was going to say, unless they just waited to the end to, like, get the girls comfortable more so with each other, to add the kisses, to film the kisses. But the fact that the pool scene is, like, not even mentioned or brought up makes me positive that they added into the story later on. Obviously they filmed them last, but I mean, like, added that into the actual story. Because why would they not kiss for 3 months when they almost had sex in a pool? They could have made more sense, to be honest. They could have filmed another scene to put in after that, you know, where they talked about it quickly and kind of got nervous and then didn't talk about it again. That would have made more sense, I feel like. But the kisses on the cheek and the stuff that they say to each other and the way they touch each other and rub each other, it's like, it's beautiful. The chemistry that they have is so genuine. And you don't see that very often, especially with like women-loving shows, girl love shows. A lot of times the actors are straight or they just don't actually have that true chemistry that feels romantic. And that's, I can understand why after they started filming is when Charlotte really finally started feeling it, because how can you not? And that's the other thing. It's like, I know Ingfa was being respectful of her, kind of coming to terms with it on her own, but I feel like she could have pursued her just a little bit in a serious way, because all it took was starting to film the show for Charlotte to be like, hold up, I feel something, you know, because she got to act out these situations with Ingfa as being her girlfriend, and she liked it, clearly. But yeah, that last scene was just the best ending and the best scene, and it was beautiful and so cute and adorable, and I love how long it went on for. It just was, oh god, it's crazy to me to think back to the beginning episodes and how they're so shy, like, around each other, to even touch each other as friends, and then to see this and how comfortable they are. It's just like, whoa, this feels real. Like, that's exactly what happened in real life. They went from barely touching each other to being so comfortable to touch each other, and that's why Charlotte had said, like, the skinship is what helped her for them to be closer now. I'm still so annoyed that they put those scenes in the promo for the next episode, for episode 8, and then what was it, 4 out of 7 of them didn't even happen in this episode. And then we don't even get a promo for the next episode. I hope they don't do one if that's the case, because I would rather be surprised, because being surprised by that scene of them in bed was so worth it. I'm so glad they didn't tease any of that, because that was so special and the best scene of the show, and such a treat and such a good surprise. I hate that it ended with them running into each other, but also, why were they so awkward? Why was bringing up Charlene so awkward with Kiki and Ingfa and Mina? That scene was weird. I don't know why that made me feel weird, but then they, of course, run into each other again because gravity ships Englot. No, just kidding. Yeah, and then it ends there with her kind of catching her, and they're just everything. So I think we're going to get the scene of them dancing or whatever they're doing in that, like, small, like, pool they're walking in. I'm assuming we're going to get that at the beginning of the next episode, because there's the same outfits and probably takes place after that scene that we just watched. So I cannot freaking wait for it. I loved it. There's, like I said in the reaction, I'm not going to focus on the negative things because I'm just over that. It is what it is at this point. And that last scene with Englot just was all I needed. In my opinion, they should have let them write their own dialogue. Let them act it out. It's their story. You know, they know how they would have reacted. They know what they've done, what they've said. It should have just been them naturally talking. You know, they could write the scene. You know, this is what's going to happen in this scene. Charlene and Mina sleep over for the first time, and then they just take it from there. Because that sold the whole thing. And it was just them two being sweet and cuddling and talking, and oh my god, it was everything. That was even better than the pool scene, and they didn't even kiss. But yeah, they should have, like, added a scene into it to make sense why she, like, pulls away when she goes to kiss her, you know? Or had them put a scene in where they have a conversation about the pool, like I said, and then they get nervous or something, and then they just drop it and never talk about it again, and then we're kind of back to square one where they're nervous around each other. That would have made more sense. But then to see her get all, like, nervous and pull away when you literally almost had sex in a pool, like, what? Because it's been confirmed that scene and the scene that people thought was Shirley's dream were real. I adored this episode. Does it have its problems and weird things edited in, weird things edited out, weird everything sometimes? Yes. But at this point, I'm watching it for Englot, I'm watching it for Nudie, I'm watching it for those main people. But the majority is I'm watching it for Englot. So if we get their sweet scenes and we get to see them fall in love with each other on screen, that's enough for me. Honestly, it really is. Yeah, absolutely loved it. Had its issues, but that last scene just made it be my favorite. Love the episode. I'm obsessed with them, and I cannot wait to see the finale. Again, I have a surgery on Monday, so I'm going to be in not great shape, and I'm hoping I'll feel okay to watch it on Friday, but But I have a feeling I'm going to force myself to do it anyway and force myself through the pain because I want to get that reaction up and I want to watch it because I need to see how this all wraps up. I need to see my babies and oh my gosh, I'm sad it's going to end. I'm really sad it's going to end. I hope they do another series and take their time this time. Actually block out time in their schedule for them to film it and for everything to have more time to be done. But yeah, love the episode, love Englot. They're everything to me, my heart. But I think that is pretty much it. I will see you guys for the finale next week. Thanks for watching.
Oh, my, well, it's unfair. Looking like that, make a gentleman stare. Oh, my, well, it's unfair. Looking like that, make a gentleman care.